You know, most of us probably think we know the Tao Te Ching. It's that ancient book of wise, kind of mysterious sayings, right? But what if the version we all know has lost its original color, its texture? What if we've been reading a map, but completely ignoring the actual beautiful territory it's supposed to describe? Well, we're about to see how rediscovering the pictures hidden inside these ancient words can change literally everything we thought we knew.
And that really gets to the heart of the matter. For centuries, the Tao has been sold to us as this deeply mysterious, abstract thing. But was it always meant to be that way? I mean, did we lose something vital in translation? What if the original text was way more concrete, more grounded, and way more practical than we've ever imagined?
Okay, so take a look at this. On the left, you've got a standard translation, the highest virtue. Sounds pretty noble, right? But it's also an external moral judgment. Now look at the right. This is a translation based on the pictures inside the characters, the highest self-alignment. And boom, suddenly it's not about being good for somebody else, it's about being true to your own inner compass. That one single shift from an outside judgment to an inside state is the key that unlocks this entire text. The problem, and it's a big one, is that we've been using a flawed map this whole time. The whole idea here is that our standard translations are hiding the original territory of the text. They're covering up the vivid, physical pictures that the ancient authors actually used to get their ideas across. Just think about it for a second. Words like heaven immediately bring a whole Christian framework to mind. The word virtue makes us think of Greek philosophy. But these concepts, they just didn't exist in Warring States China when this was written. So by using them, translators with the best intentions are basically painting over the original, earthy imagery with ideas that are familiar to us, but totally foreign to the text itself.
This line really nails it. Seriously, imagine trying to study Greek philosophy without knowing about the olive tree, or American history without the bald eagle. It's kind of crazy, right? This suggests we might be missing a central symbol, an animal so important to the original worldview that it's been completely erased from how we understand it today.
So, what is this erased animal? Well, get this. It's the sheep. The character for good is literally sheep-skilled. It means having practical competence, like a good shepherd. Beautiful is just big sheep, a picture of a healthy, prosperous animal. And righteous, it's a picture of my sheep on my blade, which points to a personal act of sacrifice. See, these aren't abstract morals. They're ideas deeply rooted in a physical, pastoral world.
So how do we get back to that world? How do we see what they saw? Well, we can start by looking directly at the pictures, the ones embedded in the most important characters of the text. This is how we start recovering the original territory.
Let's start with the big one, Tao. We always hear it translated as the way or the path. But look at the character. It's a combination of a head and a symbol for walking. So here's the crucial thing. It's not some static road you find. It's the act of journeying, your own head leading your own feet, moving forward, right now. It's a verb, not a noun.
Next up is ta, which usually gets translated as virtue. But again, the picture tells a different story. It shows a step, a straight gaze, and a heart. It's the action of walking with your heart aligned to your own direct perception of the world. It's not about following an external rule book. It's about an internal state of integrity.
Oh, and this one is so cool. That image of the sage on a mountaintop, just forget it. The original character for this person shows someone with a massive ear, listening intently. They're less like a wise master and more like an investigative reporter, someone who goes out into the world, observes with total focus, and then just reports what they find, without spinning it. It's active, it's receptive, and it's totally detached.
Okay, so these concrete images are super powerful, but how do you make them really stick with you? Simple. You turn them into stories. This is where we get the idea of framing the Tao as a series of fables, like Aesop, but written with the kind of precision of a thinker like Alfred Korzybski, who famously reminded us, the map is not the territory. These fables are designed to be better maps.
And the reason this works so incredibly well is that stories speak a completely different language than abstract rules do. They use metaphor to kind of slip past our overanalyzing brains and plant these patterns of thinking deep down in our intuition. You end up feeling the lesson long before your conscious mind even has a chance to pick it apart.
So let's look at an example. A simple little fable based on the famous Chapter 11. Picture a greedy crow perched on a cartwheel. He's totally obsessed with the solid things he can see and count. The 30 wooden spokes. To him, the tangible wood is all that matters.
But then, a wise elephant who's pulling the cart offers a different view.
You see the wood, he says, but you do not see the nothingness. He points to the empty space right in the center. Without that hole, without the what is not, the whole thing is useless. The axle can't turn.
And the moral becomes crystal clear, and it's taken right from the text. We find benefit in what is, in the solid things we can touch. But we find the true usefulness in what is not, in the empty spaces, the gaps, the potential.
So why does any of this matter? What's the big takeaway? It's that this approach gives us a better map. A map that isn't about some abstract ideals, but about actually navigating the real territory of our own lives. This isn't just some interesting academic exercise, you know? Reconnecting with these concrete images and wrapping them in memorable stories gives us a whole new set of tools for how we see the world.
And that is the ultimate point. This was never just about understanding an ancient book. It's about finding better tools for your life. These stories and pictures, as the source material says, are maps designed to help you navigate your own personal territory more skillfully.
So it really leaves you with a question, doesn't it? What map are you using to navigate your life? And more importantly, what beautiful, useful territory might that map be hiding from your view?